Today we're in Northern California, where we get to visit top young chefs in the Bay Area, and they happen to be Portuguese. And then we get a behind-the-scenes tour of Avaya Stadium, all on today's episode of Maria's Portuguese Table. We are in Northern California, in the beautiful Bay Area, home to everything from the Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz, and tech giants like Apple, Google, and Facebook. San Jose is at the epicenter of the Silicon Valley, and it is also the home to thousands of families of Portuguese immigrants who immigrated here and became interwoven in the very fabric of this Bay Area community. Take a stroll along Alum Rock Ave, also known as Little Portugal, and you will begin to see the Portuguese-owned businesses and influences on both sides of the street. One of these places of business is called Bacalhau Grill, where I meet up with local Portuguese reporter and historian Lucia Soares.
Welcome, Maria, to Little Portugal. I am so excited to have you here. I've heard a lot about your book and about your project, and this is definitely a place where you need to come to learn not just about the cuisine, but about the Portuguese immigrant experience on the West Coast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Oh, this is nice. Oh boy, of course, because
Can't
there's
go
always
wrong.
some food. It has to always have some food right here when we're talking.
I was aware of the big Portuguese community that existed in this area of California, but I was not aware of how rooted these immigrant families had become into the social fabric of the greater community.
San Jose started in the late 1800s. And during that time, there were Portuguese immigrants that came here, and they were known for basically agriculture. There were orchards, there was farming.
Yep.
In comes Monsignor Henrique Ribeiro, and he came and he decided that this place needed a church. The Five Wounds National Portuguese Church is the thing that rooted Little Portugal to this area. So all of those folks came in the 1960s, 1970s, and here was Cinco Chagas ready to receive them, and it became a center for help with immigration, help to find jobs.
Miss Lucia wove together a wonderful richness of the history of the Portuguese here in San Jose. She even gave us a top 3 must-stops in Little Portugal when she was growing up.
Top 3.
Number 3.
Number 3 was here. This used to be the trade right market. It used to be very different from what it is today.
Okay.
Number 2 on my list,
Yes.
just down the street, there was the Portuguese radio station, KSQQ. Before the internet, radio and TV
Yes.
were the main things.
That
And
is
so
the main thing, yeah.
Watching those guys play the records and line up the commercials and hear the Portuguese language was really amazing. So it was a little bit like a field trip to go there. My number 1 destination was
Number 1.
Furtado Jewelers.
Oh.
They no longer exist. Mr. Furtado passed away a few years ago. I liked to go there, not just for the jewelry. I did get my ears pierced there.
You did.
My first, Portuguese earrings.
Yeah, of course.
But also because they had all of the records, the Portuguese artists' records. They had books. So a lot of really interesting cultural roots, and those businesses grew and they retired. But now, we're experiencing a little bit of a renaissance with Adega that I know you're going to visit tomorrow.
I am going to visit that. I'm so looking forward to that.
You will be stunned. And the whole community was just head over heels, so happy with the fact that Portugal won the Euro and Adega got a Michelin star. And we're like, okay, we're done.
Talking about any aspect of our heritage would not be complete without a little taste from home. And that's what we had put in front of us at Bacalhau Grill.
I'm going to the Camarão first. I'm
Me
doing
too.
this one.
This is actually my favorite.
Me too.
I love
Oh my God.
the
Yes.
creamy texture inside and the crunchy texture outside. So yummy. Just a little spice
Just a little tad.
to make it interesting.
It has to have that.
I was grateful that Lucia gave so much of her time to talk all things Portuguese and the Bay Area. And now it was time for me to walk those streets of Little Portugal myself. And to do that, I employed my good friend and fellow podcaster, Angela Costa Simões, to come along with me.
The very first comedy show that the Portuguese kids ever did in California
here?
was here.
It keeps us going.
Our tour of Little Portugal is a delight, and we sipped and sampled our way right into one of the best bakeries, not only in Little Portugal, but maybe all of San Jose, Popular Bakery. We stopped in to see what sweet goodness owner Manuela was baking that day. Oh, and what amazing things we found. So what are we making here today? This looks beautiful, all of this stuff here.
This is sweet bread pudding. This is very simple, a very simple dessert. It's made with sweet bread, and then we make a cream with cinnamon, eggs, sugar, all that.
a nice
And
custard.
this-
Now, how long have you been here?
31 years.
Wow.
Yes. Same location.
And where did you come from? Where did your family come from?
I'm from Faria.
You're from Fayal.
Yes.
Fayal.
I was brought up in Pseida. I always like to say that because I do a lot of
A
things
gente são
to do
todos
at Pseida.
portugueses.
Go
No
ahead.
formality at all here.
Eat this.
I'm going to taste some of this.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
My mother
Okay.
used to make a very nice bread pudding
my God.
with mixture of fish.
That's so good.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh my
No,
God.
it's creamy. There is some little crunch because it's been baked, so the outside shell is just a little crunchy, but the inside is creamy. I can taste the cinnamon. It is incredible.
Look at that.
Oh my God.
We don't go light on the sugar. Look at that.
Oh
my God.
The most
All right.
typical Portuguese
That
thing you
is
can have.
so,
Oh my God.
and then we have everything. All right. So which one should we try first?
Try the beans. It's
All right, I want to try the beans. Okay, I'm gonna. I have to smell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
okay.
I've never had this before. It is to die for.
I'm gonna try the Dona Amelia. Wow,
smells good.
that smells great.
It's so moist. Oh my God.
I'm gonna roll out of
Yeah.
here. You're gonna say, Maria,
We're
let's
not
go,
diabetic, are
and
we?
we're gonna like roll all the way out. It's so light.
Yeah. It's so moist and like.
The name of Padaria Popular.
I think Angela and I would have been happy to have stayed all day with Senora Manuela and her wonderful team.
Got it?
Adega Restaurant. Opened in late 2015, not only is it the very first restaurant in San Jose to earn a Michelin star in 2016 and again in 2017, but it is one of the only 2 Portuguese restaurants in the United States to have earned that honor. Run by a young, energetic duo of chefs in a building steeped with historical significance and a family with a passion for a simple idea that has turned this place into the pride and joy of San Jose's Little Portugal. Hello. Hola.
Welcome.
Oh, Jessica.
Hi.
Thank you for inviting me here.
Welcome to Adega.
Yes, what a beautiful place. All right, I'm really excited because, I mean, it's not every day that I get to cook with Michelin.
You helped me today.
I'm going to help you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to be your assistant. And you're going to be?
Doing desserts. I'm gonna do a rendition on the arroz doce.
So I am doing 2 things
2
today. Here I thought I was doing 1. I'm doing 2. Okay. Oh, wow. What a beautiful kitchen.
Go ahead and put on this apron so you don't get all dirty.
Oh my, I get an apron. Okay, yeah, I have to be the part. I have to be the part here.
Be with David for a little bit. He's gonna show you how to do our codfish dish.
We're doing codfish today?
Yeah, today it's I'm making one assorted the codfish. It's the
Oh my God, açúcar, gostei imenso de açúcar.
yeah. This is the bread, the whole bread for the bacalhau raw. It's make it one sauce with the bones of the bacalhau, and then mix a little bit the 2 sauce, and then make it the bread.
Wow, you even take the bones off of the cod to make the sauce
Yeah.
because it gives it that intense, more flavor.
Yeah. And this is garlic, cilantro, egg, micro cilantro, and the fried garlic.
So now,
With the olive oil, roasted the codfish.
so we're looking for a nice sear.
Yeah. This is a good moment for the change.
And look how already it looks.
Yeah. It's a lot of big pieces.
That's beautiful
It's
pieces.
put a little bit in oven for the finish the cook it.
Okay. So it
Put-
goes in the oven now?
Yeah, it's 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Now, use this pan and then put the garlic and the bread. Roast a little bit the garlic,
Nice.
a little bit the sauce, the bacalhau.
Oh, and you're mixing it all together.
Yeah.
Incorporating the garlic with the bread and the fish sauce.
Yeah.
That looks so creamy now.
You posso mix, please?
Yes, I will mix. Oh yeah, I was gonna say the pan's hot. Tá bom?
Tá bom.
Tá bom.
It's good,
Oh my god.
but no finish.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Now, cilantro,
Cilantro.
fresh. This is my idea and the idea of Jessica. It's to make it the traditional recipes, but transform a little bit, but not to destroy the recipe.
Right.
This is the idea.
Oh yeah, and you
This is-
haven't destroyed this.
Yeah.
Look how the flavors are all there. Beautiful.
This is the sauce, the cilantro.
Oh,
Okay.
you did a cilantro
This- yeah,
sauce.
and the
So
bread.
besides having the cilantro in with the bread, you have the micro cilantro. You're also going to glaze with the cilantro.
In preparing this codfish, a traditional staple of the Portuguese cuisine, Chef David Costa takes tradition and turns it on its head. The result? A delicate seafood dish, done in a refined yet simple manner. I start to understand the ingenuity that is happening here in Adega, and now I get to sample this ingenious dish.
Now I mix the egg
You're going to
for
mix
the
the
bread.
egg. Okay. That looks just so decadent. You're a bad man. You know that?
I
A
know.
very bad man. I'm gonna taste this first. Oh wow.
This is my house. This is my mom. This is my grandmother.
Oh.
This is my country.
And now this beautiful fish. It's the bread. Definitely taste the fish. The cilantro is just right. No wonder. No wonder, no wonder. This is not a surprise. This is fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic.
I could not stay in my savory bliss for too long because now it was time to sample some dessert with Chef Jessica Carreira, a rouge douce, the Adega way.
So now what is this?
So now we're gonna do our dessert. It's the arroz doce.
A rouge douce for me is my all-time favorite.
Well, we do it a little differently.
Okay.
The process of cooking the rice is the same, but I add coconut milk. Well, I use passion fruit sauce and a mojito sorbet. It's
A
kinda-
mojito sorbet.
Yeah, the bitterness from the limes kind of cuts the real sweetness that you're gonna taste. I use a sweet tempura to fry the rice balls in. We're gonna do that first.
Okay.
I'll do two, and then I'll let you do one.
Oh my goodness, okay.
I coat it all around, shake off the excess,
Okay. And then shake again.
and I'll let you do this one. It
but-
gets kind of messy.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it.
And we'll let those get nice and golden. Meanwhile, we're gonna do the rest of the plating.
Okay.
I do the rice balls with some whipped cream. I do a coconut whipped cream. Very fresh. You wanna try the last one?
Oh my goodness.
It's
okay.
just a little
Yeah.
squeeze.
Oh, all right.
There you go. Perfect. Continuing with the tropical theme,
Yeah.
maracujá. So passion fruit.
Wow.
And that sauce is gonna go right on top of that coconut cream. Let's go check on our balls. All right, that's good enough. And place them on the paper towel. So they look kind of bumpy and weird looking right now. So we're gonna make them pretty. We're gonna put a little bit of powdered sugar on it.
That's the way to hide when
The
you're baking and
imperfections.
stuff. It is that powdered sugar.
Then we're just gonna put them right in between the coconut whipped cream. So you have cold sorbet,
Yeah.
hot rice balls, a little sprig
Yeah, that's
of
right.
mint. So that's my rendition of the rice pudding.
Let me do this. I'm gonna cut into it.
Get all those flavors together.
Oh, yeah. Wow. But I just got a taste of the mint. That is so refreshing.
I think that Portuguese cuisine can be like Snapchat in the sense that you can add filters to Portuguese cuisine. So it can be the same picture, the same base,
Yeah.
but you can look at it in different
different
ways. So that,
It's almost like a Hudson.
yes.
Yes, I like that filter. Hudson filter, I like
Makes you
that
look
one.
good.
Yeah, it makes you look good. It takes away those little wrinkles that you have, you know.
It just bumps it up a little,
I love
refreshes it.
To be able to see David and Jessica in the kitchen doing their craft, I can't help but be so proud to see young, passionate, innovative chefs doing what they love, as well as connecting to their heritage and showing respect to those that came before.
The Portuguese work ethic is extremely notable, and it's something that I noticed when I worked abroad in Portugal. It was the work ethic, and everybody takes pride in everything that they do.
How long did you work in Portugal?
I worked there for 3 years.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow.
I loved it.
You
I
loved
learned
it.
so much, and I learned from him. He taught me a lot too, because he worked there for 10 years.
And this is where you've been?
yes,
Wow.
he was my chef, and
Wow! There was a lot cooking in that kitchen. It was really hot. It was really hot. Oh, I love it. I think I made her blush. Yeah, a little bit.
San Jose and the Bay Area is home to many great sport franchises and world championship teams. The newest gleaming light in the sports world of San Jose is the recently built Avaya Stadium, home to Major League Soccer's San Jose Earthquakes. I met up with Taylor Amarante, Game Day Stadium show host, to give me a behind-the-scenes look at this wonderful stadium.
Welcome to Avaya Stadium, San Jose, California. What do you think?
Wow, this is beautiful. Now, tell me everything about this.
So yeah, this stadium was built and opened in 2015. It's an 18,000 seat state-of-the-art stadium, really technologically advanced. It's really the pride of the Bay Area soccer community. We waited a long time to have our own soccer-specific venue, but we definitely have it now in Avaya Stadium.
Oh, this is great.
And fans really congregate right where we are right now with a beer.
With a beer
and
right
they
here?
can watch the field from 15 yards away from the play. So
Oh,
it's pretty
yeah,
cool. It's
that's
very
awesome.
unique in that sense.
That is awesome.
Taylor, a talented comedian in his own right, is 100% Portuguese American. But his love for soccer is no laughing matter. He knows the sport, he knows the fans, and he loves nothing more than this stadium on game day.
The fans are here, the kids, and then the team just walks right through the concourse. The music comes on, and they walk onto the field.
All right,
You want to do the walk?
Yeah, let's do the walk.
So let me walk you through the walk. Teams get here, they're usually looking at each
So
other.
they're all hyped up here. Woo-hoo.
And then the refs will grab, right here there'll be a stand,
And there's, yeah.
and the refs will grab the ball, and the refs kind of bring the ball out. It's like entering
Yes, the energy's-
the arena, the gladiator arena. And then you walk out here, here's that moment, that
Here's the
all,
moment.
I still get chills when I walk out here.
That's
You take the
beautiful.
ball as if, you know.
Oh, now
let's-
I'm taking the ball.
Yeah, this is that moment where you could potentially be
Okay.
getting subbed in.
All right.
The
you
ref
know,
would be here with your number.
You know, I don't know. I would stink at it.
No.
But I,
Every home game is an experience in itself. But on one night a year, the Quakes host the Portuguese Heritage Night, a night Taylor looks forward to every year.
One of the big challenges the community always talks about facing now, and I know it's probably the same in the East Coast,
Yeah.
is there's this fear of this disconnect between the new generation of Portuguese Americans and then our folks and the immigrants and the celebrations. So we thought young folks and our parents' generations, they enjoy coming to a stadium, going to a live event. We invite cultural performers in, marching bands, folklore dancers. We put Portuguese food in the concessions. We just try to add a little Portuguese element to everything that we're doing.
Taylor could not have been a more gracious host, and to see a stadium minus the roaring crowd gives you a different perspective and appreciation for this massive modern-day Coliseum. It was a special tour, and I could not have been more thankful.
This
Okay.
is widely regarded as one of the coolest bobblehead giveaways we've ever done.
yeah.
So we thought, how could we incorporate the Portuguese culture with the sports bobblehead culture?
I love the rooster. I can see it.
Check that out.
Oh my God.
That is a hand-carved
Look at that.
rooster, Galo of Barcelos Earthquakes bobblehead,
Oh my goodness.
and it's just for you. Pretty cool though, yeah?
This is
And its
awesome.
head does, look, see, it's like, oh, you know, if your Avaya asks you to go clean the table and you say no and it hits you with the yes, no, I'm kidding. Get over here, come on.
Mwah.
San Francisco, a city steeped in diversity, culture, and a tradition of culinary excellence. I headed to a special neighborhood restaurant called Uma Casa to meet up with Chef Faria. How are you?
Good, come on in. Welcome to the West Coast.
Yes, at Uma Casa.
Yes.
Uma Casa Portuguesa.
Uma Casa Portuguesa, com certeza.
Com certeza. Today, what I'm even more thrilled is that I'm going to be in the kitchen with you.
Yes. I've been waiting for us to cook.
I love
We're
it.
cooking an easy dish, so try to keep it simple, you know, something,
Okay.
you know, show off the simplicity of Portuguese food, how it's just about the freshness and balancing of flavor. So it's going to be nice and quick, but a nice, delicious dish that I love.
I love it. That's my 2 favorite words. Delicious and quick.
Yep.
I love that. That's perfect.
Come on back.
Okay. To step into Uma Casa is to step back into a time to Old Portugal. You are surrounded by it. It's in the colors, the place setting, the artwork, and in the food. Today on the menu, we do Chef Timo's twist on a seafood dish.
Today we're going to prepare a dish. It's a nice fish dish, and it's inspired really by my grandfather used to make this cozido bacalhau on Christmas Eve. And on Christmas Day, when we'd go over in the morning, he would take all the leftovers, he'd saute it all with onions and garlic and olive oil.
And the name of that was called?
Roupa velha.
Roupa velha.
Yeah.
Old clothes.
Old clothes. The second part of the dish is growing up in Faria in the Azores.
Yeah.
I loved in the summer fresh fish with molho cru. On our menu, we have the halibut with the collards and the potatoes, the garbanzos topped with molho cru. So that's what we're going to make today.
Okay.
So we're going to start off with red onion here. When I do the molho cru, I like the onion minced fine so you don't get real big pieces.
Okay.
This little trick that I have is the onion has this natural arch to it. What I like to do is kind of follow the angle.
That way.
And if you do it right, once you slice down, you get nice, even,
Perfect.
diced onion. So now we're just going to make our traditional molho cru.
Smells wonderful, folks. It really does.
Our basic molho cru, which is delicious. It's olive oil, vinegar, a little onion, a little garlic, a little parsley, everything you'd ever want on a fish.
Very simple.
Very simple. Now it's got a little of the pepper paste. This isn't too spicy. It's not like the Asian one, so it's got a little heat to it, little piquantness without being over the top. I like putting a little tomato, and we have just a little heirloom tomato from the market. I just incorporate a little bit into the molho cru, and it adds a little bit of color to it. It adds some nice flavor. It adds some nice texture.
Oh, I can't wait.
All right, give it a little taste, and we're
I get to taste.
gonna adjust for seasoning. I think I'd go just even it up with a little bit more olive oil.
Yeah, because it hits you right away. Yeah, smooth it out.
So we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil, you stir there. So now we have our molho cru. We're gonna get ready to cook the dish.
Okay.
Just smash clove of garlic in there, and then put some olive oil. So now we're just gonna take this fish, or our seasoned side down.
Look
press
at
it a little
that.
bit. Woo! Season the back side of that.
Okay.
Because I have the fingerling potatoes we talked about earlier.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna put those in with the fish.
And you punch them down. And all I can smell is the garlic now in there. Oh my God.
So just have a little fish spatula here.
Yeah.
And now that we have some color on that side, we're just gonna give it about 10, 15 seconds on this side.
And then it goes in the oven.
And then it goes in the oven.
Okay.
And now we're doing the collard greens. We're gonna add our collards to that. We're gonna create a little steam.
That looks awesome.
And then we're gonna add our garbanzos.
I mean, that's a comfort food right there. Right there.
Yeah.
That's all comfort.
So now we're gonna come back to the oven. We're gonna pull our fish out.
And that fish looks gorgeous.
Thank you. We're gonna take a little bit of our potato. We're just gonna put that down on the bottom.
It smells amazing.
Now we're gonna grab our little fish here and set it right on top.
And now the molho cru. Oh.
You do the honors.
Oh.
Right over the top, as much or as little as you'd like.
Oh my
There you
goodness. Oh my.
There we go.
That is.
And then what I like to do is almost every Portuguese meal,
You have to, isn't it?
a little drizzle.
Yeah.
It's almost for good luck. I don't
Yeah,
know why
is
I do
that
it.
it?
It's a superstition.
Oh my.
And that's it. And we're gonna sit down and we're gonna enjoy this.
this in here. I'm going in. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. What a clean flavor. But then, woohoo, the kick.
A little kick, right?
Yes, love it.
Cheers.
Cheers, honey.
Ah, perfect.
Oh yeah, that's a perfect balance.
Yeah, this is the Portuguese lunch. A little nice, clean flavors.
Would this be considered pequeno almoço? I don't know.
No, this would be a.
This is almost.
This is almost. This is
yes.
this is a.
This is
a
not a
lunch.
pequeno. This is
This
a
is
lunch.
the 2 p.m. lunch.
That's right. Everything in here speaks of home.
Yeah.
You made this meal for me and you showed us how to make it, but you showed it with love. Because let me tell you, you can't make a good meal if you are not putting love into it. And it tastes fantastic. I can't wait to do this myself back east. But this has been amazing. And I wish you so much success.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that.
So, to that,
Cheers.
cheers.
So.
Salud.